Hi guys, so here I'm outside the Blind Beggar, the world famous pub, and it's the day of Dave Courtney's birthday bash, which has been put on by his good mate Brendan McGirr. So I see that Baz Blackwood's outside. He does a Krays tour. He's got a crowd of people out there, but he didn't want me filming him. No, he certainly didn't. So he wasn't very happy. So there you go. You never know when you meet people. Right, okay, so I'm going to go inside and let's have a look and see what's going on. Right, Brendan, who we got here? The beautiful Angela.
Well, we've got Dave's lady Angela.
Yes.
One of his last loves.
One of them.
Probably, you know, was it his only? No, there might have been a few, might there?
He was a sharer, Dave. He shared himself with Angela and a few other ladies.
Yeah. But I was the best one.
You were the last, weren't you?
I'm the last man standing.
Yeah, fantastic. So are you all missing him?
Of course, mate. Every day. Every day. How could you not?
Yeah.
He left a massive hole in everyone's life, not just in mine or Brendan's, but everyone he touched, he left a big hole, mate, that ain't never going to be replaced.
And it's brilliant that people are turning up for him, because it's been some time now.
Yeah, a year and a bit.
Yeah, 15, 16 months now, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, he's irreplaceable, Dave, no matter what we do. But the fact that we can all come together and remember him still,
yes,
is still a big tribute to him.
Yes.
And I think he's worthy of it. And I never want to stop talking to him, because the best 30 years of my life was spent with that man. He was a beautiful, loving, caring, clever man. He was an absolute genius.
Unique.
More than people know. And by the time we've told his story,
yes,
which we are going to start this year,
yes,
and hopefully the documentaries come out and explain a lot of stuff.
Yes.
But Dave was an absolute genius.
Yeah.
He every part of his life he had it under control, and he was so brave in everything he done. I've never known anyone with the bravery that he had.
Yeah.
Sure.
What do you say to people are saying, oh, maybe you should leave it alone now and
Why? Why leave it
Well,
alone?
you know what I mean? The only people that are saying that are people that no one talks about. Right, so, you know what I mean? That's the only reason they're saying it. No one's talking about you, whoever you are,
yes,
and no one's going to remember you, but he will never be forgotten. Right?
Absolutely. When you look at things like the Krays, I mean, it's been going forever, isn't it? So there's no reason that Dave's legend shouldn't live on.
For sure, and he did a lot more than they did, really.
Yes.
I mean, I'm not getting involved in that argument at
No,
all, but he did a lot.
His life was so action-packed.
Yes.
And the reason, I'm not sad that Dave's not here, because
No.
he didn't want me to be sad.
No.
I've carried on with my life, and I've been blessed that he put me with mercy and left me in a good place. So
Yes.
I couldn't have asked for any more of what he'd done for me. So I'm not sad, but I never want to stop celebrating him and never want to
I
stop
feel the
remembering
same.
him. Do you know what I mean? And I'm so proud to have been his best friend. I'm so proud that I had that privilege of being with him all that time.
And you echo that, Angela, yeah?
I do. I miss him every day. I miss him. Who wouldn't miss someone ringing them up every day and telling them they love them and how lovely you are? I miss that, but I don't miss the fact. I'm not sad about what he did, because that was the right thing to do.
Yeah, it was.
For him and for everyone around him, I believe. And I still stick to that. Like I say, I'm never going to get over it.
No.
And he can't be replaced. But
And
I'm
the
happy
more one
for
goes
him.
away from it, actually, because it was very shocking at the time, you actually
Yeah.
can understand more and more why he did
Sure.
it.
Yeah, I had the privilege of knowing for about 15 months what his plans were, and I do genuinely believe that Dave thought that by doing that with me, he left me with such a strength
Sure.
that when he left,
Yes.
it wasn't that I was shocked and didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
Yes.
He left me in a position where I could carry on,
Yes.
and I'm not sad, I'm not crying, I'm not weeping over him, because I knew my best friend was in pain and he was dying anyway.
Yes.
But he died with dignity in his own way,
Yes.
and under his terms.
Yeah,
So you can't get any more powerful and stronger than that. Yeah, and I feel that I've been privileged enough to be left to tell his legacy. It is a privilege.
Here we go, we've got another legend now, Dave Morgan.
Dave, Big Dave as we called him, yeah.
Big Dave, yeah.
So Dave's here, as always, anything to do with Dave, he'll turn up, support it, celebrate him.
Yes.
And you had a lot of good years together, Dave, didn't you?
Yeah, some adventures, some laughs, yeah, a lot of time, that's why I'm here. So,
Did you enjoy your time with him?
I'll put up with him, No, bloody good fun. Never did me a wrong, always made you laugh, and made everyone laugh. So.
The one thing you'll find with all the interviews that we do, that everyone says he always made me laugh, or he was the funniest man they ever met. That's the one thing consistently about Dave, and no matter what stage of his life he was in, he would still make you laugh.
Yes.
You know, if he was hurting inside, he would hide it and make you laugh. You'd never know.
No.
Do you know what I mean? And that was his way with people. Do you know what I mean? It was important that people smiled when they met him to him.
Yes.
You know, so he put a lot of effort into keeping everyone happy.
Fantastic. And Dave, you've had your problems recently, but you're now full of health. Back
Full
on
of
the
health
pace.
now, got the all clear, yeah. I lost a lot of weight, went well, doing all right now, it's coming back slowly, so...
Yeah, because Brendan, you don't want to mess with Dave, do you?
Well, I would have done a couple of months ago when he was a few stone lighter. I'd have took a chance, but I'd have run off quickly.
I wouldn't have chased you, I wouldn't have been able to.
But Dave's always been around, hasn't he, over the years with
25, 30 years.
Yeah.
You know, he's like one of the stalwarts, one of the old faces.
Looking forward to the rest of the day meeting the people.
Yeah, it's been nice just to walk in. Everyone, you miss everyone. And this, as I said, you know, when he just passed, we were only here because of the people he brought together.
Yeah.
He's been dead fucking forever now. You know, I can't remember the last time I had a beer with him. Because he never turns up anymore. But everyone else still does, in his memory. And it ain't even to talk about Dave, just because I miss everyone. But everyone thinks enough of Dave to come, and it's still the glue or the excuse to get back together.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
You know,
he's still the glue that's holding us all together. You know,
It'd be nice if he came in now, wouldn't it, make an entrance?
Don't worry, he's in there somewhere, he's about. He's seeing all them posters of him and loving it.
He'll only come in when someone else is at the bar getting around it or something, just tag it on at the end.
That's his thing. That's my signature. Andrew Parton. I put my thumbprint on the back. There's a thumbprint. You'll be able to spend a book. Yeah, you'll be able to make that. And I love that story there. It's so fantastic.
Thank you.
Excellent.
Thank you.
I knew one, but I never knew him. You know, all the best, right?
Well, look, I have now, look, a gentleman from Sunderland has bought me that.
A nifty 50.
A nifty 50, look. Buy 2 houses up there.
Charlie Bronson. Let's get a picture, John.
Okay, who have we got here, Brendan?
Well, I'd like to think we've got like a walking Banksy, to be honest.
Yeah, exactly.
So if he hangs about too long, someone will try and sell him.
Yeah.
But
Looking
this
good.
is Chris.
Yes.
Who's been to a lot of those parties and events.
Yes.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, Dave was either you like him or you hate him. He's one of them, man. But I'll tell you what, he was the bollocks. He was such a lovely fella. Last time I saw him was at a party. I think it might have been a Roddy Richardson do, and he looked at me and said, "You're turning Viking, boy." And I went, "No, I'm getting a few," because I think I had the bear one side and the one's like a lizard. But anyway, I said,
You can't see him from there.
No.
He's got no idea what they tattooed on him.
But anyway, cut a long story short, since Dave's passing, I've just had so much done. When he saw me last, I just had these two. The dragon, that's the one.
Right, yeah.
Bear, sorry, I'm a bit pissed. One side bear, one side dragon. And he looks at me and he went, "You're looking different, brother." Because I've done a few films with Dave. I've done one over in Ulm Church, Mother's Child. I was his bodyguard.
Are you going to keep going with the tattoos?
Well, I can't.
There's still space, isn't there, Brendan?
The thing is, I had this spider. Am I pointing the right side, Bren? Is that side?
That spider.
Yeah. I had the spider done, and well, my other half, we split up now. She said to me, "If you have any more, we're done." But we're done anyway. So
you look just right the way you are. Some people who don't have tattoos, he looks like he should have tattoos, but don't cover up your beautiful face.
Is that a route you go down, Bren? Would you go down the same route as?
I'm too much of a coward.
I couldn't take the pain.
The pain, mate. I could never afford it.
No, you ain't got the money.
And I'd just like to say, this gentleman has just bought the canvas of Dave in the Throne.
Oh, fantastic.
So, well done.
Oh, I'll tell you what, it was so good, because I live in Felixstowe now. I'm from the East End anyway, but I've moved to Suffolk. And I walked in the pub, I got here about 3 o'clock, and my sister's sitting there, "All right, bruv." And it was a surprise, and she just said to me, "Do you want that picture?" And I said, "Sis, don't worry about it." She said, "No, I'm going to buy you it." So she's just treated me to it. So,
Fantastic.
Merry Christmas, even though we're in February.
Well done, Chris.
So, guys, I know who you are, but tell the people at home who you are.
Angelo Soteriou and Michael Soteriou.
So you're here today for this event with sort of celebrating Dave's birthday. So he was very important in your lives, wasn't he?
Yeah, it was.
How long did you know?
say 17 to 20 years.
20 years. So.
And you're really part of his inner circle, weren't you?
We were close with Dave, and do you know what? I mean, Dave to us was like family. Dave. I don't know. I mean, very few people get to see Dave the way we saw him, you know, and even today it's still really sad, you know, to think that he's gone.
See, our birthday was the day after his, so we always used to go around there and, you know, sometimes even had some joint birthday parties together. But yeah, it is a sad day.
Yeah, I mean, it was very shocking, the news, but in a way it was a very brave thing to do, wasn't it?
Yeah. I mean, it's not easy.
I think the bravest, I mean, I don't know if I would have had the courage to do what he did, and I've got the utmost respect for him for actually doing it, you know. Shocked, but absolute, I mean, I should imagine a lot of people would have wished they could do what he did.
Yes.
But we went out how he wanted to go out. You know, that was on his terms, which I think is what he wanted. Yeah.
Yeah, I think incredibly brave. And
you know, it would have been selfish to say, you know, I wish he was still here when he didn't want to be. You know, and I do wish he was. Yeah, I do wish he was still here, but you know, that would have been for our own selfish reasons. But you know, he wanted to go out the way he did. He was thinking about it for a long time before he actually, you know, done it. So.
Yeah, he was kind of the glue that kept everybody together, wasn't he? I mean, going around the castle was fantastic, wasn't it?
Yeah, of course.
And that's exactly why we do things like this, because, you know, that's where you saw everyone, you know, and you catch up with all friends and that. And now that his hub has gone, we meet like this just to keep in touch with people we haven't seen in a while, because since his departure, you know, you start drifting further away.
That's where we saw everyone. You know, it was his house, like the meeting house.
Isn't it? It's kind of, you know, disappearing a bit. But these things do keep people together, don't they? A little bit.
Yeah, of course it does. Yeah, we all come here, try and keep his memory alive, basically.
Yes.
That's the best way you can honour someone who's gone, just by their memories.
Next to you, Marcus, that's him. Look at that, and that lovely jacket. Have you got to put that back round the boiler when you get home tonight, mate, or are you? Yeah, you talking to me? Are you talking to me? Yeah, if you're on the run, by the way, just outside there's they sell nice suitcases, which I thought was a good place. I reckon when he started selling suitcases, he thought, anyone that goes to the Blind Beggar's got to be on the run.
Comedic legend, Adrian. So you're here at the Dave Courtney event?
I am. Yeah. I can't believe that we had, you know, I feel a bit better this year. I felt very raw last year, as I think a lot of people did, so it's nice to be.
And is it good to keep doing these things and keeping his name going?
That's what he wanted.
Yeah.
That's what he wanted. I'll give you a very simple example. When a lot of venues would get a call from the licensing officer saying, oh, everything's fine, but I see you've got Mr. Courtney coming down here, and you know, with your renewal of your licence, that could cause you a problem. And sometimes you'd have to go back to Dave and go, I'm sorry, but they've cancelled it. And his line was, he said, listen, as long as 1,000 Dave posters gone round the village, I'm happy.
Yes.
And so I use that ethos as the fact that I think he would feel the same now. He
doesn't want to be forgotten.
No, he don't want to be forgotten. That was it. And I think, without saying too much, I think there's a lot of stuff in the bag that's going to come out, and I think it's going to demonstrate exactly how calculating and how well he planned what he saw as his demise. And I know it might be a bit boring and you might hear me say this before, but I was so blessed to be able to spend a couple of days with him, which we now know he obviously planned. That was my time, as everyone had a little bit of time. And I just said to him, I said, listen, I've had a stroke. I said, you've had open heart surgery. Who knows what's going to happen next? So I just wanted to say thank you for a brilliant 25 years, and I wouldn't have missed it for the world.
No,
and that, you know,
it's always exciting, wasn't it?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you know.
And the Camelot, you know, the castle was like such a meeting place. You always felt like you could go in there and be, you know, well invited, yeah?
Oh, I've seen people speak to me. They've said it today. There's people here today that have only been to the castle once in their lives, and they've been touched, and they've literally come along here today, and they wanted to share their bit of hospitality that Dave gave them when they went to visit. And I think that says so much. And of course, it's so it's so clear when you go online and you get all the people doing, hey, the grassies and this, and that, and you just go, you've never met him in your life. You've inadvertently declared that you don't know who you're talking about, because if you look at the other 500 remarks on there, they only say what a hospitable, friendly, jovial, happy, generous person that he was. And yeah, all right, he done naughty things in the past, but it was his job. And as is well described in Pierre Antist's famous picture that was on the fireplace, 50% of the people would love him for collecting the money, and the other 50% weren't too impressed by it. So, you know, what do you want me to say? And none of us are glamorising crime here, and Dave himself said it's finished, it's done, you know, it's cowboys and Indians. And so, yeah, so that's...
You're going to do a bit today? You're going to get up and do something?
The Blind Beggar with a slight sort of transient audience is not necessarily the best environment, but I will do my best to cause a bit of mayhem and a bit of humour and probably some villain I get taken out of him. But as you know, fortunately, I'm blessed to have earned my stripes, so I can get away with a little bit more.
You've earned your stripes.
I hope I don't meet him on a dark night.
Brilliant.
Well, you're not going to bid against each other, surely?
Yeah, 225.
225, oh, bless his heart, 225. We got a father and son begging against each other here. So we're on 225, 250, 250, anyone sort 250, we're going up 250. Here we go.
275.
275 down the front here for this wonderful picture. Can I have a woo for 275? 300 down the front here, 300. That's got to go at 300. We wouldn't take the mickey. Look, father and son, they've done that for good. They've done that for a good reason, and we love them for that. So, give me a round of applause for going once, going twice. For the last time, Soteriou gentleman over here with his little boy and with his school uniform. Anyway, there we are.
So tell the people who you are.
Bobby Baxter.
Bobby Baxter.
I'm a nobody, but claim to fame was knowing Dave, really.
Yeah, but you were actually with him on his last day.
I was, yeah. That was a shocking thing. So we was out on the Saturday at Charlton with Brendan and a few others, and I got to tell you, as far as I was concerned, he was happy as Larry. He was.
You wouldn't have known there was no sort of lead up or...
And I FaceTimed that evening, made some arrangements for what we're going to do in January. I booked a hotel on the Sunday morning, and by the time I was booking it, he had already taken his life by that time. But it was a terrible shock, yeah. When I got the phone call.
Shocking, wasn't it? I mean, especially when you spent the day with him.
Yeah, we're laughing and making plans, the same FaceTimed in the evening and making more plans. And to get a phone call just literally hours later, it took a while to say, I mean, Dave, which Dave? Dave who?
Yes.
And it was Andrew that rang me.
Yes.
So I knew it wasn't going to be like some crazy joke thing. It was just shocking. It is still a shock now, you sort of think about it.
It is actually, when you actually think about it, it's really shocking that he's not there, because he was such a big personality, wasn't he?
I mean, we'd been to a funeral in the summer, and we were late getting there still, so we was nearly late and was getting a bit panicky. I was driving, my Chris was in the back, she had a leg up, she had a new knee done. Dave was in the front, and he said, well, I'm going to have to get changed. I said, I'll pull over. Now, Dave wasn't a small boy, as you know, and I ain't got a massive car, but he got changed out of his tracksuits into his suit for the funeral while we're driving along. And you think, he must have been in pain just doing that, really, because if I said to you now, Liam, well, if I tried to get changed in the car,
not easy.
It ain't easy in the front of a car driving while someone's driving down a motorway. But and Dave kept so many people together. He was a bit of glue. People connected around him. And some of the people here today are people who I'm friends with. I wouldn't have known them if I hadn't met Dave.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's the truth of it. Also,
he definitely brought people together, didn't he?
Yeah, of course he did. Yeah, and a huge personality.
And my friends spent good money on a good safe, and there was about 4 or 5 of us standing round, and we were going to lift it and get it into the garage so it could be put wherever it was going to go. And my friend, he likes a bargain, and he was looking at it, and I was looking at it, and I said, that's a good safe, isn't it? I said, did you pay a lot of money for that? He went, well, he said, it weren't cheap. He said, but it's a good one. And with that, Ronnie Field looked at it and he said, I'll get him that in 2 minutes. My friend went a bit white because he spent all this money on the safe, and I was looking at it a bit green going, 2 minutes? 2 minutes? 2 minutes? How would you get in that in 2 minutes? And Ronnie said, easy. He said, I'll shoot you in that foot, and if you don't open it, I'll shoot you in the other one.
Right, so Bren, you've got a very famous man with you, Mr. Fish.
I ain't famous. Mr. Fish. Well, I've been told, don't work with children and animals or Mr. Fish.
See what I'm saying? I haven't done anything wrong. It's nice to meet Brendan.
No, he's a fucking legend.
Yeah, thank you.
He's a legendary man, and he's come here for Dave. So why have you come down today?
Well, I came here because my mate likes Dave Courtney. And I met Dave Courtney myself. I've got a lot of respect for him, a lot of time for him. And this isn't the first time we've been here. And it's nice to be here and amongst his supporters and friends. And it's a tribute to him, and it's a tribute to be here and let him know and pay our respects, you know.
Well, you see, Dave was like a larger-than-life character, as you are yourself. You are probably the most larger-than-life character in that kind of...
This is the type of character Dave would have loved.
Yeah.
They would have bounced off each other like that.
Dave Courtney was actually... I was in Nick at the time, but he was going to buy a nightclub called Laser Drum in Peckham. Because I was in Nick, and then, so we never got to meet. But, yeah.
So you're right now, you had a bit of an experience recently that you almost left us, is that right?
Oh, yeah, look, mate.
It's a heavy weekend now.
No, sometimes being a gangster isn't always taking on other gangsters. You've got to take on the universal credit. You had. You're right. You're rich.
Gangsters of the lot, mate.
Yeah. Right. See if you do another gangster, yeah. It's easy, yeah. But when you have to do universal credit, the government, it ain't it. So it was either shoot them or do myself. LSD crash, done myself. But I will say this.
It's got more benefits now.
Yeah. Oi, listen. Let me tell you, he's right. You know what happened? Right, I got a call from them. They said, you're right. Gave me a mental health assessment, decided I was mental, but as if I didn't fucking know that already.
I can't see what they mean.
Thank you.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You fucking fit in there.
You've got helicopters overhead.
Listen, you fit in an hour. That's perfect, mate. It's fuck all wrong with you.
And then crash. and then crash. Old Bill looking for me for 2 weeks.
Listen, all the people that come and support us, like you and all that crew, you're fucking gentlemen, right? Yeah. And you are very, very entertaining, very funny, and they've got proper art. Proper art.
Listen, you know what it is? It's all about the old school. We got brought up like Dave Courtney, and it's all about having moral principles. It's just, you know what it is? When you're amongst us here, you're amongst your own,
You're amongst your own, mate.
And I'm going to be honest with you, ladies and gentlemen, it's very lonely out there now for the old school. A lot of us are dying, a lot of us put away, people getting old and doors are shutting. Very lonely. So when you get along alone, me, Liam, Darren, it's very nice.
It makes us all feel strong again, doesn't it? All meeting up.
Power.
All right?
Yeah.
It's all good.
And that's what's missing.
And that's what we got to do with these events. We've got to make sure we keep meeting up
but
everyone keeps in touch.
But that's also what's missing in today's society. They don't have this.
Yeah.
They don't have the camaraderie, the banter, the laugh. And that's what's missing.
And you've always been a good man with the banter, haven't you?
Well, yeah. Banter, listen.
You've done some funny
that's what makes
in your time.
Yeah, mate.
That's what makes life,
dressed up as a woman. Yeah.
Banter is what makes life.
I never met Brendan before today, and as soon as we hit off, we had banter. And that's what's laugh. It's not about slagging each other off like some of the other YouTubers.
You want to giggle, mate.
Yeah. And like I said, some of the other YouTubers slagging each other off, but I'm a nobody. I ain't changed.
Listen, we're all nobodies here.
Yeah. Thank you.
Brilliant.
We're grounded. Right,
who have we got here, Brendan?
This gentleman's called Lee, and this is what I love about Dave's dudes, right? Yeah. This man's come from Wales today.
Right.
Yeah, and I've never met him before, but he's come here because he loved Dave and wanted to support it. And he's bought the plaque off the wall, the last plaque from Camelot. This man bought it today, and he got it cheap, really, at £100. Yeah. But he's very happy with it, and well done for coming, sir.
Yeah.
All right. All the way from what part of Wales you from?
We're from Cwmbran in South East Wales.
So you come all the way down from Wales?
Yeah.
Fantastic. And why did you come down?
Well, we came down to, have a look at the old haunts and everything like that, and have a look around. Valence Road's obviously gone, so we travelled on the tube, and then we're going to watch a concert tonight as well.
And Dave Morgan's just come out too.
Dave's suspiciously coming out of the toilets.
I wanted to get his autograph as well.
They're all coming out now. They're all coming out.
Out of the toilet.
Don't know what's been going on in there.
Tell us who you are.
Matt Clear.
Right, and how do you know Dave?
I met Dave back in 2005. Yes. And we done an audience night at the Surrey Hills Hotel.
Right, okay.
And through Adrian. And
Were you there, Bryn?
I don't remember being at that. I wasn't at that one.
Seymour come to that one.
I weren't at that one, but isn't it marvellous? 20 years on, the man's come all the way here just to celebrate Dave's birthday with us.
100%.
Do you know what I mean? So that speaks volumes about Dave.
Yeah,
you know
fantastic.
what I mean?
And you knew Jason as well, Jason.
Jason Mariner, yeah. So he came that night, and it's the first audience night that he came to.
Yes.
And then Dave gave me a spot on that night at the Surrey Hills, and he started telling us about the McIntyre thing.
Yes.
And it was good, And on the back of that, Jason and I became good friends.
Yes.
And then we did the Joey Pole's Lifetime Achievement at Caesars in Streatham.
Yes, I remember that
Jason was there and I was there. And Dave did there was lots of auctions and Jocelyn Brown and it was good. And we've all been friends for it, since.
Well done for coming, Matt.
Well, we really appreciate it.